What's up, guys? It is Frankie here. This is the 2020 NFL Week 16 recap, breaking down all the things that happened here today in the NFL. Let's start with the game that just ended. Yeah, I really got nothing. That was, man, Green Bay showing us that they are probably the best team in the NFC, reminding us once again. Grim Phoenix is about to have a huge rant here about the Colts and Steelers. You can go do that. We'll get to Colts Steelers here in just a couple minutes, but let's get to this game here first. Again, really from the beginning, Green Bay took the lead with 5 minutes, starting with 5 minutes in the first quarter, and from then on, Tennessee just never ever got their footing in the game. They looked completely depleted the whole time. Rodgers could do basically what he wanted: 21 for 25, 231 yards, 4 touchdowns. Devontae Adams, 142-yard day and 3 touchdowns. He was special today. And then the running for Green Bay. The running today, Aaron Jones, 10 carries, 94 yards, whatever. A.J. Dillon, 21 carries, 124 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He was special today. So now Green Bay maybe have 2 weapons here at the running game. So that was special. And yeah, for Tennessee, they couldn't get to Rodgers at all. They were able to shut down Derrick Henry. Tannehill barely could do anything. And yeah, it was just a brutal day. That Steelers game, though. Yeah, again, we'll get to the Steelers and how shocking that was. R.I.P. Ty Jordan. R.I.P. the Utah freshman. Very sad to hear about that yesterday. R.I.P. to him. He seemed like a very talented player there, so sad to hear about that. But yeah, for Green Bay here, they were just in total control on offense. And just looking at them here, I still look at them as the best team in the NFC. You can make an argument for New Orleans, but first, what's going on with that mid-place guy? I don't know. I blocked them, so you know, he'll be back later. But for now, I blocked them for now. It was just too much. But for right now, you look at Green Bay. What's up, Cam? You look at Green Bay right now. Again, on offense right now, with Rodgers playing the way he is, with Adams, and now with the two-headed running monster. It's just the two-headed rushing attack. Who's stopping Green Bay right now in the NFC except maybe New Orleans? Because New Orleans has a nice offense too. Their problem right now is weirdly at the quarterback position, which it rarely has been. But right now, Breeze has not been up to snuff this year. So that's something to keep an eye on here. But dominant performance from Green Bay. It was a classic Green Bay December game. Snow, so much snow on the ground, and Green Bay just picked them apart. And Rodgers was great, as he normally is in December or January at Lambeau Field. The one thing of talking about Tennessee in this game, man, again, for a chance to clinch the division and nothing there. Now, Green Bay is a great team, and we saw that here. Again, they were able to shut down Derrick Henry, and Tannehill was not able to do much. Not able to do anything except that one great run that he had, which was really cool and almost got them back in the game, and then Green Bay just took control over that. And now Tennessee is in a position here where now they're going to be fighting it out. It's between them and Indianapolis there for that AFC South spot. And then I'm not even sure, is the winner of that game even guaranteed a spot in the playoffs? Or if Tennessee or Indianapolis doesn't make the playoffs, whoever wins the division, is the other team guaranteed a playoff spot here? I don't know. It looks like it's going to be... That's what you have to be happy about if you're an NFL fan. You have to be happy about the fact that there are 4... How many AFC spots are there? We're heading into the final week of the year, and there's 4 spots still up for grabs in the AFC. And then, of course, you have the great battle in the NFC, which we're going to be harping on here in a little bit. But, yeah, as disappointing as that was. And, again, I've been saying that Tennessee was as hot of a team going right now with their offense, looking like they were really... their offense looked like they were really hitting a stride, but we're not able to hit it today, thanks again to Green Bay's defense being really strong. Right now, the top 3 teams in the AFC are all set. After that... It's Tennessee, Miami, Baltimore, Cleveland, Indianapolis are all 10-5. There are 5 teams at 10-5. So it is going to come right down to the wire here. So yeah, there is no guarantee that that the other team in the AFC South makes it. So that's interesting there. And then of course in the NFC right now, you have a great battle there with Washington, Dallas, and the Giants all going for the NFC East title, and the Rams, Bears, and Cardinals all going for the NFC wildcard spot. So it looks like it is going to be the 2 wildcard spots there. So it looks like a whole lot of fun coming up next week here in the NFL. I'm glad that Green Bay defeated Tennessee since our division rival got destroyed, although they're still in first place, the AFC South. Yeah, so, again, interesting to see that battle between Indianapolis and Tennessee here. We'll see how that plays out today, or plays out next week. But Green Bay, man, and Aaron Rodgers, again, as I keep pointing out, Aaron Rodgers, what an amazing season that he's been able to make people stop thinking about Jordan Love at all, and he's just been so dominant. He's silenced any talk about anyone replacing him this year. And Jordan Love is going to have to sit on the bench for a while now. He's been great all season long, and really here showed in this game, in a big-time game, as Green Bay looks like gets a firm lock on that first seed in the NFC. It looks like the road to the playoffs will have to go through Kansas. It will definitely have to go through Kansas City, Missouri, and it will also look like will have to go through Green Bay, Wisconsin. Especially after today's dominant victory of Tennessee. Let me just change the channel here, guys, to ESPN. Let me change that. And while I'm at it, let me just say, if you are new to this channel and you like what you see, make sure you subscribe down below for more content just like this every single week. We are breaking down all different kinds of sports here. Tomorrow we will have a reaction to the Bills-Patriots game. We'll have that. We'll have I guess will it be that important though? Actually, I don't know. I mean, because the home field's already locked up. I guess we'll talk about it, but again, I don't know how. There might not be enough stuff to break down because Bills are basically set here. But we will talk about that game. We'll talk about again. We have NBA reactions, NFL Week 17 predictions coming Tuesday. We'll also have NBA buzzer beaters that comes out on Tuesday, I think, but not guaranteed about that. But it will come out here in the next few days. So many other things we're working on right now. Thank you guys again for all your support here as we just reached 60 in terms of subscribers. We had the every touchdown video today, so a lot of things that we're working on right now and that we have done. Thank you guys again for all your support, and let's hope it continues here. So let's break down the rest of these games here. Week 16 in the NFL, very exciting day here, and getting ready for a big time Week 17. Start with Chiefs Buccaneers. Go from the 1 o'clock games down, and this was a good win for Kansas City in the sense that it proved that you can win a game when Patrick Mahomes does not have his best stuff. And we've seen far better from Patrick Mahomes. I mean, late, he had the big touchdown late because he's Patrick Mahomes. So that was nice. But for most of this game, he did not look very good against a bad Atlanta team. Although Atlanta has played better since they fired Dan Quinn. But, Atlanta's still 4-11. Travis Kelce had an okay game, 98 receiving yards and a touchdown. But the most important thing for Kansas City, they lock up home field advantage in the AFC. So important for them. And so even though today they were not great, we've still, and another week where they don't cover the spread, which is weird considering how great this team is. For a team this great, you think they would have covered the spread once in like the last 7-8 weeks, and I don't think they have. That's been disappointing to see. But yeah, Kansas City's a great team. They're a fantastic offensive team, and we see that once again here. They've not blown out their opponents like they normally have, but they've kept getting enough wins here. Of course, concerned about the defense, but the offense has been terrific for the most part. Not today, but as long as they have home field advantage and as long as they have Mahomes, they will be a big threat come playoff time. And we're going to see that probably again here coming up. But good win there for Kansas City. Again, especially with the late touchdown there as Kansas City pulls out the win. And yet the Falcons dropping the interception right before that, so that was brutal. But good win for Kansas City as they move to 14-1, and they right now have the firm lock. They are going to be the number 1 seed in the AFC. We'll get to the Jets in a second, but tough loss for the Browns. And yeah, you can make the excuse and the reasoning for it that Cleveland was without a lot of their wide receivers due to COVID concerns. There was injuries. I mean, almost its entire wide receiver core was down. So it was hard. It was going to be difficult in this game, but you still lose to the Jets. Still, there was just nothing there. You still have a nice running game that you had, and there wasn't much from the running game today. Baker Mayfield tried. But this was such a disappointing performance here from Cleveland when you had a chance to finally clinch a playoff spot, and now we've now gone from Browns definitely going to the playoffs to now Cleveland now has to beat Pittsburgh, and I think is that the only way they get in? I think so. The only way they get in is if they beat Pittsburgh. So we'll keep an eye on. I thought that would be the I thought that was going to be the NBC Sunday night game. It will not. It'll be Washington, Philadelphia. We'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, Cleveland here with disappointment, and yeah, you can blame the COVID stuff here, but they had their chance. The Jets somehow, of course, a perfectly Jets way. Thoughts on suicide? How you would deal with it? It's pretty awful, and just if you have mental health problems, please talk to somebody about it, and call the suicide prevention hotline number as well. So we're talking football, man. You're busting my phone. No, I do not have Tourette's. I have a bad tick. And I don't usually do it in real life, but when I do a show, sometimes I get nervous. It's just me being nervous. Hold on, just calm down. So I don't have Tourette's now, but sometimes I just get nervous when I'm doing the show, and I shouldn't. I'm talking to you guys, but yeah, I shouldn't. I should take the camera off. Right now I'm looking at a screen of me looking at a screen. I should probably take that off because that probably messes up my flow. There you go. I just lost the light. Okay, fine, whatever. So yeah, I don't have Tourette's. Just a weird fidget time. But yeah, you guys we're talking about the Jets here. The Jets somehow play themselves out of the first pick. Incredibly disappointing, incredibly frustrating that the Jets had Trevor Lawrence in their grasp and they've blown it in the most pathetic way possible. Titans play worse than the refs were tonight. Even then, you win next week, it doesn't matter. Exactly. Okay. You guys know me, I'm not complaining about the refs. It is what it is at this point. But for the Jets here, again, having Trevor Lawrence, and now you have to sit there and wonder, are you going to stick with Sam Darnold? I'm now worried that they're going to keep Adam Gase. I am now worried that they're going to see this and go, wow, they've beaten 2 playoff teams in a row. Maybe we should keep Adam Gase. Maybe you got the team on the right track. I have a fear they do that because they're idiots. The Jets organization, the Johnsons, are morons. So, you ain't a man until you stop chasing your friends. Whatever that means. Yeah, fair. But the... looking here at the... I see. You don't need to be nervous, man. You're great at what you do. Thank you, Mac. Thank you. I appreciate that. So just... I gotta be cool. Being cool is my costume. Again, Halloween shirt. It's after Christmas and I'm wearing this. It's a cool shirt. And I also don't pick up my own clothes. But whatever. So, yeah. Jets. Now you gotta sit there and wonder, do you want to stick with Sam Darnold? I would... You might have to, because if you don't have 100% faith in Justin Fields, then maybe you got to sit there and go, we got to bring Sam back. But it's such a terrible position here that the Jets have somehow played themselves out of. They had Trevor Lawrence in their grasp, and then they decided to be good at the end. Where was this Jets team 2 months ago? That's what being a Jets fan is. Of course they don't show up. Dear Jets, numbers no signed, 31 NFL teams. So yeah, just wow, we cannot believe it. All of a sudden they look like the 85 Bears. Just, goodness, I don't get it. But whatever. Here, the Titans are trash. Like I have that right outside my property. Okay. But yeah. All right. Bad loss there. Tennessee's a good team. They just had a terrible loss today, but good win for the Jets. All right, Grim Phoenix. Let's talk about the Colts and the Steelers. This was a huge shock. Indianapolis came out looking great. What were they, up 21 at one point? It looked like they had this game totally controlled. They were up 21-7 at half, and then all of a sudden, we saw the old Pittsburgh Steelers offense. And by old Pittsburgh Steelers offense, I mean the offense we saw in September and October. We saw the Pittsburgh Steelers roar back to life, come all the way back, win 28-24, stun the Colts, stun the entire NFL social media fan, because everybody was just, all right, Steelers are done. They're one and done. And now, here they go. They have a big win. They get 3 straight consecutive drives with touchdowns. And you just sit there. And you just like, where was this team for the last month? I don't understand it there. Ben Roethlisberger told his team at halftime, have more fun. They absolutely did that. 21 unanswered points. And look, I still don't know what to make of Pittsburgh, because at the beginning of the year, I'm like, okay, this is a legitimate playoff, Super Bowl contender. The last couple of weeks, I'm like, okay, this team's dead. Now I'm like, I don't know what to make. The Steelers do clinch the AFC North, which is good for them, but it is just something you just sit there and go, they are the ultimate Jekyll and Hyde team right now. You have no idea what team is going to show up 2 weeks from now. You have no idea. So it is really concerning right now to watch. But good win for Pittsburgh. We've been asking them, hey, show up, and they did. So good for them. Can we get to the Steelers game after talking about the Jets? Yes, of course. The Jets are the most dysfunctional team organization in the NFL. They are 100%. But yeah, everybody knows that. So yeah, just looking at that here, I don't get it. I don't understand what happened here. But good job for Pittsburgh to get the win. And Indianapolis has been a weird team for me all year. Where I have not been able to figure out whether or not they are good. Like they're always that team that somehow gets wins. This was a time where they really could have used the win, didn't get it. And now they have to beat Jacksonville and hope that either Cleveland, Baltimore, or Miami loses in order to lock up a playoff spot. Blowing a 17-point lead in the second half. Trying to get back into the playoffs for the second time since 2014. Just a bad spot there. Again, not being able to come up clutch late really killed them. And the Steelers defense really shut them down there in the second half, which was just rough to see. Nice game from Jonathan Taylor. But I was going to say Jonathan Taylor Thomas, but no, Jonathan Taylor. But yeah, again, now you're in a huge position next week. To try to win the AFC South or get a playoff spot there. It is bad situation that you put yourself in if you're in Indianapolis. But nice win for Pittsburgh, because again they're back. They're back to where they were back in September and October. For how long, we shall see. But that was a huge win, and again, just maybe the most stunning result today. Because after the first half, I'm like, okay, this game's over, and was stunned to see how it all turned around for Pittsburgh. Speaking of stunning, the Bears are now on the verge of a playoff spot. I'm not sure the Bears are even an okay team, and somehow they're 8-7. How is that? How did the Bears sneak up, and now they're on the precipice of the playoffs? How did that happen? Arizona, I guess, completely fell apart. Like, I'm trying to see, like, the Bears have now won 3 in a row at just the right time. They beat Houston, or I'm sorry, they beat Detroit. I'm sorry, they beat Houston, they beat Minnesota, and they beat Jacksonville. All huge wins, big time wins. They've gotten 30. The last 5 games, they've scored more than 20 points. They've scored more than 30 points in the last 4 games. They've won the last 3. The offense is really clicking right now. Mitchell Trubisky, maybe you don't give up on him just yet. You probably still He's probably still not going to be anything great, but, you know, he's been pulling it up here in the last couple of weeks here. And again, Chicago's offense looks much better, and now they're, again, on the verge of a playoff spot, which is wild to comprehend, but good job out of Chicago here for somehow making the best of the situation. And, again, it took a couple teams collapsing, but they've done their job. And now you sit there and wonder, first time since 1965 they've scored 30 or more points for 4 straight games. And now if they beat Green Bay or Arizona loses to the Rams, Chicago will be in the playoffs. But it's going to be tough beating Green Bay right now, but you can hope that Arizona loses to the Rams there. But they have a chance here next week. They do control their own destiny. So we'll see if that happens. I'm about to blow the effing roof off my place. It's the worst second half of my entire life. Why the Steelers made that comeback. Yeah, sorry, man. It happens. It's a living. No, yeah, that was just tough. That was tough to watch. Again, for a Steelers hater like you. They're still in it. They're still standing. But, and so Chicago gets the win there, and now they're trying to get into the playoffs here. And now for Jacksonville, now they've locked up the first pick. They're almost certainly going to get Trevor Lawrence. They've never had the number 1 pick. I'm shocked the Jaguars have never had the number 1 pick. You'd think that they would have had it one of these times, but no, they haven't. They finally have it. They're going to use it on Trevor Lawrence. He's probably going to become a Hall of Famer because that's what happened to Jets fans. They have all this pain in their lives, and of course they see other teams have great success, and they don't. You look at the Dolphins and the Bills, look like they might make the playoffs this year. And the Jets, of course, are going to miss out. But watch, Trevor Lawrence is going to become a Hall of Famer, and they're probably going to draft Justin Fields, and he's going to be a bust. That's probably what's going to happen because that's what being a Jets fan is, just non-stop pain. So, yeah, bad performance there for Jacksonville, but yeah, hey, they got the number 1 pick. At least they have that. Giants. All right, let's get to the NFC East portion of today's telecast, video, whatever show. Ravens and Giants. First of all, give credit to Baltimore. They have locked themselves into the playoffs. Well, not locked themselves. No, they haven't locked themselves in. But they are. Yeah. For a second, I thought it said they did, but no, they have not. Looking for the exact wording here. They can clinch their 3rd consecutive playoff berth by beating Cincinnati next week. And good for them. They were one of the big Super Bowl favorites. They were my pick to win the Super Bowl this year, and they have really improved here in the last couple weeks. Again, ever since Lamar got COVID, the team has really turned it on. They have won 4 straight games. They've looked every bit like the team they were last year. Their offense is on fire. They've gained more than 200 rushing yards in 3 straight games. Lamar had a big day, 2 passing touchdowns and 80 rushing yards, so he had total 200 yards. If Baltimore continues to play like this on offense, they might be a big threat come playoff time. Now, the other thing we have to remember about Baltimore is that they are a choking team. They are a team that likes to choke. We've seen it in playoff spots before. They like to choke. They did it last year. They did the year before that. They don't show up in the playoffs. Maybe this time will be different. But right now I can't 100% count on that. But overall, very good win for Baltimore here. And as for the Giants, now that I'm going, why they always lose the Steelers? Yeah, sorry, good Phoenix. Sorry. For the Giants, I was really excited about this team and where they were a couple weeks ago. And the last 3 weeks have been nothing but hell. 3 straight blowout losses. They just look flat. Jones looked better in his return, but he still didn't look great. The defense has regressed a little bit. It was Baltimore, so I guess you could expect that, but never felt like they were going to be in this game. I'm not disappointed in this game because I knew that they were going to lose, but they just looked completely lifeless, completely dead. They've lost by an average of 16 points in the last 3 weeks. And we knew this wasn't a great team, but we were hoping that they would hit their stride. They hit their stride way too early. They hit their peak back a couple weeks ago, and then they that was it. They couldn't recover. And again, 3 straight bad losses to Arizona, Cleveland, and Baltimore. And now it's looking like the Giants here. The good news for the Giants, we thought their playoff chances would be over. They're still alive, and they still need some help here. They need to win and have Washington lose, I believe. But if that happens, the Giants will lock up the playoff spot. But they'll get the NFC East title. But man, that was it's just been a bad couple of weeks here for the Giants. And again, I'm disappointed to see what has happened with them. But yeah, they still have it. And again, I wasn't expecting them to get to the playoffs this year, and I am happy with them regardless of what happens. I feel like that they've moved forward as an organization. The other thing, Mike McCarr wrote this in the Post. The worst thing that you could have as a Giants fan is that you are not 100% sure one way or the other where you're feeling about Daniel Jones. You are not like, okay, you're not feeling this guy is the future, but you're also not feeling this guy, we should get rid of him. You're in that weird in-between, and that is where you could not afford to be right now. It is year 2 with Daniel Jones, I get that, but you're still sitting there like, I don't know what this guy's going to be. And that is disappointing for Giants fans, that we still look at Daniel Jones and we just go, maybe he'll be good, but we just don't know yet. So that's something to, again, to keep an eye on here. But, man, I finally come down after I let my anger out. Well, good for you. But, yeah, again, bad loss for the Giants. And, yeah, but again, they're still in it, so that's good for there. Now, the other 2 NFC East games. Man, was this a disappointment for Washington. At Carolina, I guess, solid win, I guess. Is this the end of the Dwayne Haskins era in Washington? Considering that what happened last week with, breaking COVID protocols. Where did he go to again? Did he go to a club? I'm trying to remember. Was it the James Harden situation here? I believe it was. I believe it was a club. I don't want to say which club it was. But yeah, I believe it was a stripper party. Maskless. So yeah, that was awful. And then combine that with he's allowed to play in the game and he still stinks. You have to sit there and wonder, is Washington? It's only 2 years, but Washington might just sit there and go, this isn't going to work. Especially because Alex Smith has been better for Washington this year. But yeah, it's just been a bad couple of weeks here for Dwayne Haskins, which is sad. I don't hate him, but yeah, right now it looks like it's not working. And again, this was you had a chance to clinch the division for Washington. They couldn't do it. Now they got to go back, get into next week, and hope that they beat Philadelphia, which is not a gimme because Philadelphia has been, look, not today, but Philadelphia has been playing much better. Jalen Hurts has been hot as of late. Jalen Hurts, please be a spoiler next week. Jalen Hurts, light up Washington and end their season, please. But yeah, bad loss there for Washington. Again, especially on the offensive side, they looked completely dead. The punt return, the muffed punt return, that was brutal. Yeah, Carolina just doing just enough, and Carolina really doing well on the defensive side. No, I'm not sorry, Green Phoenix, go Steelers, but literally would suck if I was in your position. Okay, that's fair. Well, again, at least that's fair between you two, but man, again, just thinking about it here, that's just like, wow. Again, Washington had a chance, man, and they couldn't get it done. So let's move on. Congrats to the Ravens. Lamar Jackson and his team beat out the Giants. Congrats to the Ravens, indeed. But yeah, again, very big disappointment there for Washington. And then Dallas and Philadelphia. This was a shock. I had Philadelphia winning this game. I was buying into Philadelphia here. Man, Dallas played good. And Andy Dalton played well. Andy Dalton, 377 yards, 3 touchdowns. He keeps them alive. And look, every NFC East team is bad. But so it's not that much big of an accomplishment to win this division, but give Dallas credit for still being able to be in contention without Dak Prescott. Without Dak Prescott, with Andy Dalton, finding a way to still be in it here in Week 17. I do give them respect for that, for finding a way here. And again, looking good today. They looked so much better than they had earlier in the season. Again, they give themselves a chance. Again, especially after a couple weeks ago when they lost to Baltimore and they were 3-9, it looked like they were done. But they won 3 straight games, and again, they're looking much better here on offense. They found their rhythm, and they look better on defense today. They kind of silenced Philadelphia a little bit. And yeah, Philadelphia, their season comes to a just merciful end, which thank God. And now Philadelphia has questions of their own. What do you do with Carson Wentz? I think this will be the end of Carson Wentz in Philadelphia, at least being a starter. But who knows? We still have a couple months to go. And I remember, and I've talked about Philadelphia with this, but I mentioned to my dad, we already beat New Orleans. If we see them again, the road is to Lambeau. All right, let's go. Packers Saints, let's go. Love to see that game. Love to see that game if we get it. But for Philadelphia, me and my dad talked about this a couple years ago, and we talked about this the night the Eagles beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. And I mentioned to my dad, are the Eagles really going to let Nick Foles go and start Carson Wentz? Is that really going to happen here? Because, yes, Carson Wentz at the time was a much better quarterback than Nick Foles, but Nick Foles just won the Eagles the Super Bowl. Nick Foles was the one Super Bowl MVP. Are they really now just going to replace him with Carson Wentz? And we talked about that, and yeah, we were like, are they really going to do that? Well, they did. And now Nick Foles has been bad. But for some reason, Nick Foles looks like Superman when he plays on the Eagles. For some reason, Nick Foles has terrible success everywhere else. But when he comes to Philadelphia, watch out. So it's just a and now here we are at this point again where Jalen Hurts, the hot hand, you may have to start him over Carson Wentz. It looks like the Carson Wentz experiment. We're talking about 2 NFC East teams here. The Carson Wentz experiment and the Dwayne Haskins experiment both look like they've run their course here in the NFC East. for those franchises. So we'll see what Philadelphia does, and then with Doug Peterson especially, who did win a Super Bowl, so I wouldn't get rid of him because my rule is if you win a Super Bowl, I would keep you on as long as you can go. But yeah, this might be a situation here where they at least move on or try to make some changes. But Dallas still alive. Dallas still alive in this garbage pathetic division, and we'll see what happens next week with them. I can still call Lamar Michael Jackson after he moonwalked all over the Giants defense. In other words, he ran all over the defense. Oh yeah, of course, yeah, he totally moonwalked over them. That was complete domination there. Above all, weird, interesting Week 16. A lot of cool games, a lot of fun games, and it all ends here. So now next week, I don't have all the scenarios. Do we have? I guess we don't have all the Week 17 scenarios. I'm gonna try to Google them right now, but I have no definitive. All right, so right now, so again, Washington. If Washington wins next week, they win the NFC East. Dallas wins the NFC East with a win and a Washington loss. The Giants win the NFC East with a win and a Washington loss. Chicago clinches a playoff spot with a win or an Arizona loss. The Rams clinch a playoff berth with a win or a Chicago loss. Arizona clinches a playoff berth with a win. And then next week we do have the NFC. Next week, I don't know if we have anything in the AFC, but the NFC, especially here. Again, I'm trying to. Okay, they're still trying to figure out the AFC wildcard spots, but for the number one seed in the NFC, the Green Bay gets a first round bye, the only first round bye with a win or a Seattle loss. New Orleans gets the first round bye with a win, a Green Bay loss, and a Seattle win. Seattle gets the first round bye with a win, a Green Bay loss, and a New Orleans loss. And then you have the number 2 seed. But this year, I don't really know if the number 2 seed even matters that much because of just everything going on right now. With I'm looking at here. The only definitive thing it is right now is that the only lock is that Kansas City is going to be the number 1 seed. That is the only lock right now for the season. That's the only lock that we have. And then after that, again, we'll see what Buffalo and New England do tomorrow. But that's right now the only guarantee that we have. So we'll keep an eye on that. I'm disappointed about the Eagles' loss after they lost to the Cowboys, but the Cowboys are still completely bummed. Well, again, you can feel that way. Somebody's got to win this division. Somebody has to win this division, and maybe it's not a shock that NBC decided to put Washington-Philadelphia in the flex Sunday night 8:25 game. My guess is that they realized that, look, it's the biggest market. It's Washington. It's Philly. You have Dallas and New York, who's going to be whoever wins that game, they're going to be watching. So I'm guessing that's why they decided to put it on there. But yeah, that'll be a fun game next week. And again, we will definitely be keeping our eyes on it. Man. Oh boy, what a game. What a game. What a week. What a season. What a bizarre time. What a time to be alive. But again, it's just crazy to me to think about how all these scenarios playing out here. I mean, right now we have, again, four spots remaining in the AFC between 5 teams. And all of them are 10-5. All of them are 10-5. That is awesome. And then you have the NFC. You have 3 more spots among 6 teams. So again, that's cool there. Next week is going to be a lot of fun. Week 17 is always a weird, wild week in the NFL. That should be a whole lot of excitement and drama and craziness. And we'll try to keep an eye on as much of it as we can. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun next week. So we'll keep an eye on that for sure. But man, I don't know. Again, this was a whole lot of fun this week 16, and we'll see what goes on week 17. If you guys got comments, let me know. If you guys have anything, any other comments you want to talk about, please let me know here. Because I think we covered most of, if not all, the big spots. Again, we talked about the Thursday, we talked about the Saturday games when they happened. We talked about the Friday night game, the Christmas game. That's mainly the big stories here. We did have the announcement, the report today, the NFL. Padres near deal to acquire Blake Snell from the Rays. Wow. Blake Snell, who the Rays. Man, that's a nice deal. That's a good pickup for San Diego. San Diego looks good. Why is this happening? Why are the Rays trading Blake Snell? Can someone give me a reason? Why? Do they need the money? Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. So the Padres are going to end up, again, the Padres are going to work on a deal Blake Snell to the Padres. That looks like a solid deal for them. Elevates them. I don't know why Tampa Bay would do this. I don't know why they would do this. Did they need the money? Wait, are you saying the Washington no-name team versus Philadelphia Eagles game is just fucked in the Sunday Night Football? Yep, that's the Sunday night game. And again, you have Washington and Philly. You have 2 big markets, and you have Dallas and New York who will win that game. That's a big market. So, yeah, why not? That's going to be a whole lot of fun to watch on Sunday night. And again, we'll be keeping an eye on that for sure. We did have the announcement the NFL is going to go to 17 games next year. I'm so sick of the NFL talking about player safety. And then, Rams fear Goff suffers broken thumb. That could be bad for next week. I don't get why the NFL, again, don't talk to me about player safety and all this when you're adding another game to the schedule. You clearly don't. Shut up, please. It's annoying. It's stupid. It's idiotic. Shut up. Again, shut up. But it's... whatever. I didn't want 17 games. I'm cool with 16. I don't know why we need 17. I don't see what it adds. Like I don't see what the benefit. 16's fine. I don't know why we need 17. We're going to see some new records being broken, which I guess is going to be kind of cool. But apart from that, I just don't care. I just don't. I'm fine. We got 17 games. Cool. Whatever. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with 16. I don't know why we need 17. Are we going to make the season? Are we going to move the season back a week? What are we going to do next season? That'll be something to keep an eye on there in the offseason. But, I just don't have any, really angry right now towards it. I'm just like, whatever. Oh, boy. But, man. That'll be something to keep an eye on there. But again, I'm fascinated by this Sunday. Why are the Rays, like, was he a free agent? Why are the Rays deciding, hey, let's get rid of Blake Snell? I mean, again, that makes our road a little bit easier. Let's go. Make our road a little bit easier to the World Series. Come on, baby. Let's do it. I like the idea of this. Oh, boy. Do we have any comments here, or are you guys all done with comments? Do we have any other comments here? If not, we'll wrap things up. Man, week 17, always fun. And the most fun NFL regular season weeks are week 1 and week 17. Week 1 because it's the start, week 17 because it's the end. Again, there'll be a lot of playoff scenarios that we'll be keeping an eye on. We'll have to see who gets those final spots, where the rankings line up. Again, the only thing we know for sure is Kansas City is going to be the number 1 seed. But it's everything else after that. There'll probably be some MVP races that will be decided. Looking here, I will say this. And by the way, if you guys want a shocker, as of this moment, Aaron Rodgers is the favorite to win MVP. Aaron Rodgers, after a bad game from Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers may have just stolen the MVP from Patrick Mahomes here in the final week of the year. So that's going to be interesting next week. Does Kansas City try to play out a game? Does Kansas City try to play the game so that Mahomes can get an MVP, or do they give it to Rodgers? Because it looks like now it has gone from Mahomes MVP to now it's looking like Rodgers MVP. Which, all right. I mean, again, they both have very interesting stats there. Mahomes 2020 stats. Trying to compare the two of them. Again, both of them. I mean, what we want to see these two teams in the Super Bowl. We want to see Chiefs, Packers. We want to see the two best teams in football go for it. Looking for it right now in terms of the season stats. Mahomes has more yards. Mahomes has 4,400 yards as opposed to Aaron Rodgers 3,800. Mahomes has, what's his completion percentage? Rodgers has 69% completion percentage. Mahomes has 67. Touchdowns, passing touchdowns. Rodgers has 40, Mahomes has 36. So right there, Rodgers has the advantage. Rodgers has 4 interceptions, Mahomes has 5. So yeah, if you look at it there, Rodgers has a better QBR. Rodgers has a better quarterback rating. Right now, Aaron Rodgers has taken it back from Mahomes in terms of the MVP here. Maybe it was Blake Snell's decision because he only got to go 5 and 1/3 innings. But did we hear anything about that? Did we hear anything in the last couple of days that was like, oh yeah, Blake Snell wants out of Tampa Bay? I mean, I guess that would make sense. Like if he was like so angry that he was just like, you know what, I want out of here. You don't trust me. Like get me out of here. Give me to San Diego. But I just, if this was the Rays' decision, I don't get it. I want the NFL to say 16 games a season, not 17. Man. Yeah, but that's not going to happen. This is the future. This is the future, not the NFL. The NFL is going to go for more games, meaningless, more games. It's stupid, it's dumb, but the NFL is going to do this because they hate us all. Again, I don't think we need 17. Maybe everyone, but for me, I'm looking at 16. I'm like, it's fine. I'm looking at 16. I don't see any reason why we need to change it to 17. Nobody's given me a good reason as to why we should go from 16 to 17. Aaron Rodgers is now the new favorite for the MVP. Interesting. Yep, right now he's minus 150. Mahomes is plus 155. So yeah, right now it's barely Rodgers. He took it today because Mahomes struggled against Atlanta, and Rodgers really excelled against Tennessee. So Rodgers may have just stolen the MVP away from Mahomes, which, again, if he does it, what would that be? How many MVPs would that be for him? Would that be like his third? I'm looking here. Here we go. Aaron Rodgers has 2 MVPs. If he were to get this MVP, which is now looking likely, he'll be the 6th player ever to win 3 NFL MVPs. He would join Peyton Manning, Jim Brown, Johnny Unitas, Brett Favre, and Tom Brady. So yeah, he would certainly elevate himself as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. I mean, look at that quarterback list. That's 3: Peyton Manning, Johnny Unitas, Brett Favre, Tom Brady. I mean, that's the best of the best right there. And maybe Mahomes one day. Blake Snell of the Padres. Yeah, we were just talking about it. I can't believe this. Why? I'm trying to get a good. Is this the Padres' decision, or is this the? I'm sorry. Is this the Rays deciding we're done with Blake Snell, or is this Blake Snell trying to push himself out? Because I heard nothing in the last couple of weeks that suggested that Blake Snell wanted to get out of Tampa Bay. By the way, I'm glad. It makes the Tampa Bay a little weaker. Great. Give the Yankees more of an edge here in the AFC East this year. That we don't have to take on Blake Snell. But gosh, who would have thought that Blake Snell getting pulled out of that game is the last time in a Tampa Bay Rays uniform? Why? Darn it. You've got to be kidding me. Are you kidding me? Weird. The NFL hates us, man. They care about money and using cocaine. Please don't do drugs. Death row can kill from the message to the PSI. Yes. Maybe I was too harsh on the NFL hates us. But, yeah, I was probably too harsh on that. But, yeah, I don't get it. There's no need for a 17th game. I don't feel like it. Maybe I'll be wrong, but 16's fine to me. 16, I don't see a difference. Probably to make the money back from all the money you lost this past year, with no fans in the stands. I wonder, is that going to change the baseball odds at all? Are the Padres now going to rise up here? And the Rays already weren't the favorites. Right now, by the way, looking at it here, the Padres are 13-1. I don't know what their odds were before this. The Padres and the Rays have the same odds to win the World Series, 13-1. They've tied 5th best odds. It's the Dodgers 4-1, the Yankees 5.5-1, the Braves 9-1, and the White Sox 10-1. Then the Padres, Rays, and the Mets 17-1. Houston 18-1 as well, along with Minnesota. So, both teams are going to be contenders next year. Both are fun young teams. But, God, again, Snell the Padres. I don't get that at all. Don't get that at all. So that's weird. Say that we broke up our NFL recap just to break that down. That bizarre decision there by San Diego. I want to see what else is here. Again, if you guys have comments, let me know. Dadgummit, copyright already. Hold on. What does it say? Unless it's okay, that makes sense. Excited for baseball to come back. When Blake Snell does come back to the Padres, that'll be, or when Blake Snell does pitch for the Padres, that'll be exciting to see. Can't wait for another baseball year. Let's go. Give it to me. Been a while. So what happens next week? Again, looking at the schedule next week, and we should keep an eye on that because that is obviously going to play a huge story here in what happens is these opponents that we get. So next week we get, I want to see what games are completely irrelevant, and then just keep an eye on what games are interesting. So Chiefs game's interesting because if they play Mahomes, if they don't play Mahomes, then we'll have to see. Lakers, by the way, winning by 30 right now over Minnesota. So we get Dolphins Bills. That's a huge game at 1 o'clock to see if Miami gets in. We get Ravens Bengals to see if Baltimore gets in. We get Steelers Browns. That's a huge game to see if Steelers get in. What else? Cowboys Giants. Big NFC East game there. Buccaneers and Falcons. The Buccaneers are already in, but you want to see what seed they get. Packers Bears to see what seed the Packers get and to see if Chicago can get into the playoffs here. Colts Jaguars. See if Indianapolis gets in. Chiefs Chargers. Will they start Mahomes? Cardinals and Rams. It's that game. Oh yeah, those are two teams trying to fight for an NFC spot there. Seahawks Niners. Saints, Panthers, Titans, Texans. And then the Sunday night game again, Washington, Philly. Right now, the Eagles are a point favorite over Washington. Gosh, I hope that's true. But Vegas has Cowboys as 2.5-point favorites. So I was about to comment something, but I reached over 200 letters. Gosh darn it! Just say something. You don't have to say something in 200 letters. Just say it in like 5 or 6. AFC South going right down to the wire. That's exactly what it should be. Give us more drama like this. Give us more drama near the end of the season. So we'll have that. I guess I'll pick the Washington no-name team over the Philadelphia Eagles to win a division title for my early pick. I'm gonna give it some time. I'll get back to you guys tomorrow or Tuesday, whatever. My picks are stupid anyway, so don't even bother with that. Saints and Chiefs still. Saints, Packers, Chiefs right now. Those are the 2 best quarterbacks. They're the 2 best offenses right now. Packers, Chiefs right now for me. Okay. New Orleans was great on Friday, but I have concerns about Drew Brees. I don't have concerns right now about Aaron Rodgers. I have concerns about Drew Brees. And if Aaron Rodgers is playing better than Drew Brees, then the Packers are probably going to be a better pick here than New Orleans. But yeah, right now my edge goes to Green Bay. And that's, again, I'm hoping that we get Green Bay and New Orleans in the NFC Championship game. That would be awesome. Rodgers, Brees both going out, both battling to get their second Super Bowl appearance. Second Super Bowl appearance for both of them. They've both only been in the Super Bowl once. Oh, gosh, they're bringing back Jersey Shore. Screw you. Herbert broke the rookie tie. Oh, congrats to Justin Herbert, by the way. I didn't mention that because the Chargers-Broncos game was boring, but congrats to Herbert on breaking on that record. Had a great year. Whatever happened to the Steelers? Oh, I knew they were overrated. They won today, so, we can't say they're overrated yet. They started off awful, and then somehow was able to pull out a big comeback there. So, yeah, I was not buying into the Steelers, but then they won here, so now I'm like, okay, they might be able to pull something off. But, oh, by the way, the Steelers celebrate a division title. Celebrate division titles mean nothing. I'm fine with that. That's an important milestone, winning the division. I'm cool with it. Chargers, baby. We got our QB. Yeah, Justin Herbert. He might be the future for this Chargers team. Again, he's certainly looking like it. And it all came on an accident because Tyrod Taylor had his lung punctured. That was bizarre. 2020 in full craziness right there. But yeah, the Chargers look like they may have their quarterback of the future here. But, good luck to them. A lot of good young quarterbacks right now in this league, and that is why I love it. I'm an Oregon Duck fan, so I love Herbert. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's nice that he's still close to home. Oregon to, California, a little bit of a drive. And by the way, we will be having reactions to the college football semifinals games, Alabama, Notre Dame, and Clemson, Ohio State. We'll be having reactions to that in a couple days. Again, we'll be having the NBA buzzer beaters video is going to come out either tomorrow or Tuesday, probably Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, but keep an eye out for that. Chiefs to sit Mahomes, and Rodgers will get 9 touchdowns, 2,500 yards to snap up the MVP. Rodgers already might get the MVP. Rodgers is the favorite right now. Rodgers is the favorite to win MVP. So I think Rodgers is going to win MVP. I think he's going to pull it off. Which, again, that would be MVP number 3 for him. And disappointed. I wanted Mahomes to get another MVP, but you know what? Hopefully he'll have plenty more chances. He's got his one. Hopefully he'll get more. But, yeah, I like Herbert too. So, that's a good there. Some of my favorite quarterbacks right now, Mahomes, Rodgers. That's what we want the Super Bowl to be. We want Mahomes, Rodgers. We want Chiefs, Packers. Chiefs, Saints would be cool too, but Chiefs, Packers, I feel like is the ultimate Super Bowl. That's the big one. When the Steelers celebrate division titles, they would go 1 and done in the playoffs, I guess. But you gotta get to the playoffs somehow, and that's how the Steelers did by clinching the AFC North. Mahomes will. I thought Mahomes was a lock to win the MVP, and then Rodgers pulled off that performance tonight, and then Mahomes wasn't great against Atlanta. Herbert got the Rodgers style. He's got a little bit of that. It's hard to pull off. Pulling off the Rodgers style is so difficult. Being as great as Aaron Rodgers, but who knows? Should be fun. It'll be fun to see how his career progresses here. Gosh, again, next week is just going to be crazy. And by the way, next Monday morning, every touchdown of the 2020 NFL regular season will be uploaded. It will be uploaded to the channel next Monday. So keep an eye out for that. I've been working 4 months on this video, so it should be you guys. Some of you might not like the way it's done. I had to speed up some clips in order to do it. But I wanted to be able to bring it to you guys, so here it is. So yeah, so every touchdown of the 2020 NFL regular season will be out next Monday, so keep an eye out for that. Celebrate division titles for Clippers fans. Then the Clippers are horrible in the NBA playoffs. Yeah, but whatever. They all do it. I'm cool with it. Rodgers leading touchdowns right now. He is. That's what. So yeah, I think Rodgers. He's leading touchdowns. He has less interceptions. He has a better quarterback rating. Rodgers, I think, has it right now. Which again, a couple days ago, I did not think. I thought, okay, Mahomes has got it locked up, but he struggled against Atlanta today, and that was a disappointment. And now that he's going to have a game off, he's probably taking himself out of the race. Oh, and Knicks beat the Bucks. How the heck did that happen? Wild day in the NBA. The Knicks beat the Bucks, and the Nets lost. The Nets lost to the Hornets. Again, bizarre day in the NBA. Just absolutely just drunk. Mavericks won by 50 over the Clippers. The Nets lose to the Hornets by 2. The Cavs beat the 76ers by... The Cavs are 3-0. They beat the 76ers by 20. The Knicks beat the Bucks by 20. The Warriors win on a buzzer beater against game winner against Chicago. Just a weird day in the NBA. What a season so far. Mahomes is more. You can't prove that. I mean, that's your opinion, but you can't prove that. RJ Barrett. I'm liking RJ Barrett. I'm liking RJ Barrett here for this Knicks team. Unfortunately, he's on a garbage team, and I am not expecting the Knicks season to turn around here. I know that the rest of the Knicks season is going to be awful, but you know what? A nice early win here. Cleveland's probably still going to be terrible, but I'm like, hey, they're 3-0. Good for them. Don't know when our next NBA video is. Maybe Tuesday, but probably don't again. I'm not 100% sure what our next NBA video is, so keep an eye out. Again, we don't have a schedule here on this channel. Maybe we should. We should get like a schedule. Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT, and the Knicks beat them up, and the Nets lost. Wow. Yeah, I know. I don't know about Rodgers is the GOAT. I think Brady's the GOAT, but Rodgers is an amazing quarterback too. And yeah, that's why you love the NBA stuff. Bizarre stuff like that happens. And a lot of close games this year in the NBA. I love that. A lot of close, exciting games. Give me that, please. And yeah, they're showing the Nets Hornets highlights here. Nice. Who dunked on KD? Hornets player dunked on KD. It looked like. Which, all right, that's cool. Even though I like the Nets, well done. And by the way, Nets fans, don't panic about this. I still think the Nets are good. But yeah, that was, ugh. Like, the Nets are still a great team, but gosh, that was just a devastating loss there. Frankie, I'd just like to say you deserve at least 100,000. Your live stream fan rants, recaps, reactions, highlights, and predictions are all really good. Thank you, Caleb. I really do appreciate that. And yeah, hopefully you guys will help me get to 100,000 one day. I'm at 6,000 right now. Hoping to get to 100,000. I want to be able to do this for a full-time job. I want to be able to make enough money off this to where I'm able to do this for a full-time job and be able to do this more for you guys because I love doing this. I love talking to you guys. I love doing all these videos, and hopefully one day I will. But for now, you guys have gotten me so far to farther than I ever thought I would go. So good job. Thank you guys again. And yeah, hopefully one day we'll get 100,000. Bucks are trash. No, it's just one bad game. Well, 2 bad games now because they lost a couple nights ago. Yeah, panic mode. Nets fans. No. Tom Brady's still the GOAT. And we're still going to go that he's won how many Super Bowls without cheating? He's won a lot. Don't forget, the Packers just did this to a division leader. Rodgers going to tie Brady's MVP. Shame he has so few Super Bowls. It's crazy. 3 MVPs, 1 Super... I mean, look at the quarterbacks who have, the quarterback with 5 MVPs has 2 Super Bowls. The quarterback with Johnny Unitas... Johnny Unitas doesn't have any Super Bowls because Johnny Unitas didn't play. Johnny Unitas has 1 Super Bowl and 2 NFL championships. So it's weird how to break down Johnny Unitas' career in a way. Brett Favre, 3 MVPs, 1 Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers looks like about to win 3 MVPs, 1 Super Bowl. Tom Brady, 3 MVPs, 6 Super Bowls. It's crazy how it all works out sometimes. Wait, right now are you earning any money off of YouTube? Yeah. I'm not going to share how much money that I'm making because I don't want to say. But let's just say this: I'm not making $1,000 a day. Let's get that. I feel like if I talk any more, then YouTube's gonna shut me down. But yeah, I would love to be able to do this full time. Because that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. That I didn't know what job I wanted as a kid, but this is the perfect job. Talking about sports. That's all I want. I'm kind of upset. I was on Omega and this guy called me an autistic. Omegle? Is that a YouTube channel? Oh, sorry, man. That's awful. Don't worry about what those people say. Don't worry about what morons say. Oh, you have autism, man? Oh, I'm sorry, man. Or, not sorry. That was an awful way to say that. It was an awful way to put that. But there's nothing to be ashamed about having autism. People who have autism are just beautiful, wonderful people. And I know this. I've spent a lot of time with them. I'm sorry that you got dealt such a bad hand, but I'm glad in life. But I'm glad that you've been able to. I hope that you're able to take that bad hand and use it as an advantage in your life, and use that in a positive way. I'm not good at motivational speeches, but I hope that helps. But use your autism as a wonderful, wonderful thing. And again, I'm terrible at that. Gosh, I'm awful. Oh man, but I hope you're a good kid, faithful baller. So I really appreciate that. Best of luck to you and everything. Bills or Chiefs to the Super Bowl? Chiefs probably. You're so sweet. Oh, thank you. Because I didn't think I did the right words there, but there we go. Thank you. Chiefs probably. Buffalo's a good team. Shout out to my friend Noah, who's a Bills fan. Shout out to my friend Noah, big Bills fan. He's very happy about where the team's going right now. Kansas City's a better team, but look out for the Bills. By the way, Max, good to see you. I didn't get to say hi to you, Max, but yeah, good to see you, my man. Jets. Of course, they don't even get Trevor Lawrence. They can't even tank right. What a joke. What do you think about the Mavericks' performance? Didn't get to see it today, but wow. Gosh, Clippers. So when Kawhi doesn't play, you just lay down like that? You're so inspirational. Well, thank you. Omegle is like a place where you meet strangers. Okay. I should Google this. Omegles. I'm not going to go on it, but like... See, this is why I just don't do these private hangout things. I just because there's a lot of jerks in the world, and I don't want to hang out with them. I mean, you guys are all nice, but okay. It's online, but you need to register. Okay. So, whatever. I would imagine there's some people who use it to pick up ladies on there, but whatever. I feel bad for you, faithful baller. Don't worry, I got your back. Oh, that's cool, man. See, we're a Frankie G community here. We're big time. We're all one big community. There's no hatred here, just love. At least most times. There's only hatred when I'm screaming and yelling about a bad performance in a game. So yeah, I'm not using Omegles or whatever it's called. The Clippers performance today, that was. Scott Van Pelt is back. Scott Van Pelt, welcome back, my man. Scott Van Pelt recovering from COVID. Good to see you, my man. Dallas Mavericks set NBA record for largest halftime lead by putting Clippers in a 50-point. Yeah, that was, again, the Clippers just didn't show up. Kawhi wasn't there. They just decided not to show up. That was so bizarre. D'Angelo is killing me in fantasy. Also, Karl Anthony Towns injury. Yeah, that's rough there. By the way, best of luck to Karl Anthony Towns. I know he's going through some rough stuff right now. He's going through emotionally some bad stuff. So, with all the family members that he's lost. So, wishing him all the well. Hatred for a wife beater like Chapman. I kind of have some of that. I mean, even though Chapman's my closer, I'm like, gosh, he's an awful person. Why am I rooting for him? But yeah. Again, looking at that scoreboard, when I was looking at the NFL games, I was looking at the scoreboard for the NBA, and I thought it was a misprint. I'm like, the Mavericks are up 50. How? The Clippers only have 20 points. How? That was so bizarre. Paul George doesn't play, and they completely shut down. So weird to see there. Kawhi doesn't play, and they completely shut down. I guess when Paul George is your number one player, and gosh, Paul George is a talented player. My gosh, does he not show up in big spots? Just constantly, over and over and over again. The Timberwolves look really bad. Yeah, probably. Who knows about where this season's going? Where are the Timberwolves odds? The Timberwolves odds any good? I would imagine not. I mean, without with Karl Anthony Towns and all that. Oh gosh, the computer slowed down. Okay, all right. So I'm surprised about the Blazers game. We won against the Rockets and CJ McCollum at 44. That was a cool game. Watch a little bit of that. That was a fun finish there. Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota's not looking good this year. Timberwolves look really bad. He would have been forgiven if he knew how to close the game in the playoffs. Exactly. Yeah, he's in the doghouse for me. The Frankie G Nation. Yes. It's like the PewDiePie, it's like the bro army. The 9-year-old army, I think that's called. Yeah, but I don't think this is the 9-year-old. Are you surprised about the Cavs are 3 and yeah, heck yeah. Who thought that? They're probably gonna lose a bunch of games here, but the fact that they're 3-0, credit to them. They get the wins. That reminds me, I had a guy who used to be my friend who's a fair weather bandwagon Cowboys fan until he's no longer my friend because he's no good attitude and he's toxic to me. You just gotta get over that. That guy's just whatever. There's no reason to be angry about this stuff. We have fun. Sports is fun. Don't get angry about it. Sorry about that, Grim. Yeah, whatever. How about how are they 3-0? Is it? I don't think it's Cleveland's year. But you know what? They're getting the wins. They're taking on whoever it is, and they're winning. So I give them that. Sorry about that, Grim. Yeah, sorry about that, man. But again, they're just jerk people out there, and we all just got to accept it and just try to move past it, ignore them, and move on with our lives. Aaron Rodgers, 6 primetime wins in a season. He's the 3rd quarterback ever. Tom Brady and Tony Romo both had 6 in 2007. I remember 07. Brady, the Patriots went 16-0. The Cowboys were awesome that year and then completely folded down the stretch. They lost to the Giants in a heartbreaking game. That was the game where didn't Tony Romo go to visit Jessica Simpson? Yeah, I remember that. Good time. All right, so we got about 5 more minutes here, guys. So if you guys have any final comments, any final questions, please let me know. Again, crazy week 16. We'll break all of it down, especially on Tuesday with the predictions. What do you think about the Eagles-Washington football week 17 game? I'm happy with that. Fine with it. And I'm hoping that Philadelphia wins because I need the Giants to win this game so that the Giants can get in. What do you think about the Steelers' chances of getting to the Super Bowl? I don't know. It's so up in the air. Somebody posted on Twitter, and I agree. The Steelers could go to the Super Bowl, or they could be one and done. They're so... I don't know what to make of them. They have a chance because they have the talent to do it, but my gosh, they need to be more consistent with it. So, again, do want to just point out, again, this game here, complete blowout. Green Bay just was in total control. Tennessee had no chance in this game. And Green Bay is just looking awesome right now on offense. And again, right now it is Kansas City, Green Bay. Those are the 2 teams with an outside chance for New Orleans. And not outside because New Orleans is talented on offense and defense, but you worry about Drew Brees right now. You worry about where his game is right now. So that's something to keep an eye on. But in terms of like top contenders, it's Kansas City and Green Bay to me. Those are the 2. And how did the Jaguars get the number 1 pick, but the Jets didn't? I'm so confused about that. Because the Jets decided, let's win games. Why not? Let's win 2 games to end the season. Why the heck not? Let's be stupid and win 2. I don't know, man. Hate it. 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 And now again, lose out on Trevor Lawrence. You had Trevor Lawrence right in the bag, and you decide, nope, we don't want him. Garbage. You can't even tank right. What was the point? Then what was the point of tanking the season? Every Jet fan was okay with the tanking because, okay, we're going to get the first pick. And we can't even tank right. We couldn't even tank. So what was the point? This was just the worst year in Jets history. Okay, the second worst. The only other Jet season that's about as bad as this was the 96 season, I think it was. It was 96, where they went 1-15 and Richie Kotek got fired midseason. That was the only other season that's as bad as this, probably even worse. Adam Gase is just as bad as Rich Kotek. It's also awful. Nice of the Panthers wearing Rivera strong shirts during the pregame. That was a nice classy gesture as they honor Ron Rivera there, who looks like he's doing well right now with cancer treatment. I hope he stays okay. I said move on if the last time he didn't win the before. I still going to bless him regardless of his attitude being irrelevant. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Again, just I have fans of rival teams, and we're all cool. Can you send prayers to my mom? She had really bad flu and she's not getting better. Prayers out to your mama, man. Hope she's doing. Hope she gets better. Let's hope that she recovers. Hoping it's not COVID, because it's really bad flu. Hoping that doesn't mean it's COVID. But yeah, it's just a rough time. So prayers out to her, man. It's been a rough year for all of us here, but hopefully we can all get better. Let's all stay healthy. Let's all get better, and let's hope. As we are now, today's officially Monday here on the East Coast. As we turn the page to 2021. We are now 5 days away from 2021. Let's all hope and pray that the next year is better. It won't start off that way. What's your favorite football team? Jets and Giants. Sorry. I guess I can't say I'm a fan of them, but, I like both teams. I want them both to do well. So maybe it's hypocritical, but, it just is what it is. I want both teams to be successful there. So, but yeah, let's all hope. It's not G-test negative. Okay. But let's all hope that in 2021, it will start out bad, but let's hope that by 2021, that by the end of 2021, let's all hope that things have started to turn the corner in this country and around the world. All I'm trying to say is give peace a chance. So, that's it for now, guys, and what a way to go out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to this channel and you like what you see, make sure you subscribe down below for more content just like this every single week. We'll be back tomorrow with the Bills-Patriots post-game reaction. We'll have that. We'll have NFL predictions on Tuesday. We'll have NBA buzzer beaters video coming out either Tuesday or Wednesday. We have college football playoff semifinals. That's coming out probably on Friday, I think it is. If you could pick one team, not Jets or Giants, who would you pick? Probably Kansas City because I love Patrick Mahomes. That's probably it. NFL, yes. And we talked about the NFL expanding about 17 games. I don't like it. I don't know why they're doing it, but it is what it is. Hopefully 2021 is a year of recovery. Absolutely, man. So, got a lot of stuff planned for this week. Stay tuned for this channel for more. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys. Packers will lose in the MC Conference Finals versus Washington. That's a bold prediction. That's a bold prediction. I don't know if it's going to happen. We'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow for Bills and Patriots. Right after this game, come back and we'll have a reaction to that. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. God bless. Congrats to all the teams that won today, including Green Bay, and all the teams that clinched. And, yeah, one more week in the NFL. And a exciting conclusion, hopefully, to this weird, wacky season. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys tomorrow.